being gay and then having leukemia, people are afraid of me. My whole situation in the Netherlands, it's like a reinventing of myself. Oh, it took me a year and 8 months to wait for the whole process because it was awful. Like usually you go and you live in camps across the Netherlands. To be able to apply for asylum, you really need to have a reason. Waiting kills, and you don't know if they will approve it, they won't approve it, and like what will happen next, where you will end up. I'm still doing my best. Maybe I can get a match with like a lesbian couple. Without supporting each other, a big part of the community will fade.
This is Rafaela Buena, and this is Street Smarts. I am on a mission to know the street smarts of life and get to understand what should I know more of from people who have lived things, have been through things, been there, done that, and what can they share with me? So today I am again in a beautiful canal in Amsterdam. It's a beautiful day and my guest is waiting for me in a special place. So come with me. He has overcome cancer. He has sought asylum in the Netherlands and gotten it. And he also is gay openly, and he has reinvented himself not once but many times. So his name is Joey. So this is the place where we're filming today.
It's a great place, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, how do I get there?
Oh, good luck with that.
Good luck. Okay.
I'm not gonna lose.
Okay, I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna go under the thing.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yes. Are you ready for the talk today?
I'm always ready.
So let's go.
Yes.
So happy the sun is shining.
Me too. So you actually suggested for us to come on a boat today, which I absolutely love. Is this something that grew on you, this boat life from Amsterdam?
To be honest, it's more from Lebanon because my family, my father's side, are all fishermen and they own boats.
Okay.
So it's also something with the family, and it's also a mutual thing between Byblos, my hometown, and Amsterdam also, or the Netherlands in general.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
That is actually how you grew up, fishing as well?
It did, not myself, but yeah, like at the sea, at the beach, and like it's a normal thing in the family.
So you just said you're from Lebanon, and I know you personally, and I know how much street smarts you have from your experience, the things that you've been through, that you overcome, and how you reinvented yourself. Maybe you will tell me if that was one time or if that was even several times.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wish today to learn what is the street smarts that you can share with me and share with other people that we can also, learn from your experience.
Yeah, sure. So I will start introducing myself a little bit. So I'm Joey, originally from Lebanon. I moved to the Netherlands in 2019. I actually applied for asylum here based off my sexuality because I was not able to be myself in Lebanon and I was really struggling. And I'm not the only one, unfortunately. But then I decided to come to the Netherlands because I heard back then that it's a good country to come and to settle and like apply for asylum. I didn't have any clue about what is asylum or something. So I heard from some people, Lebanese people who applied here about the process and this kind of things. And I was like, okay, I should do that. I really want to live the way Joey wants to live. It's not like what other people want me to be or something. So yeah.
But that's a big decision, right? It's life-changing and it would be enabling you to live the Joey life that you
It is.
But it also means leaving things behind, finding a new way for your life. What is the process?
It is hard. So I came to the Netherlands in September 2019 and I applied. I didn't have a lot of info, so I knew that there's a process and this kind of thing. So I came here and I applied for asylum. To be able to apply for asylum, you really need to have a reason.
Oh, yeah.
And like I had enough reasons to be here because of the threat that I had in Lebanon and all these kind of things. And like I gathered everything and I had a big file for the IND because IND investigates. So my interview took more than, I think, 12 hours in total. So yeah. It was from... No. Here in Lebanon, you don't mention that you want to apply for asylum here. So you apply for a tourist visa, and then you come here, and then you have 72 hours to go to Ter Apel. Yeah, yeah.
And you already had to have that big file.
No, because they don't do the interview directly. It takes a lot of time to schedule the interview for you, and it's a very long, tough process. And also with my case, COVID started meanwhile. So it took me a year and 8 months to wait for the whole process because it was awful. Because waiting kills, and you don't know if they will approve it, they won't approve it, and like what will happen next, where you will end up. Because usually you go and you live in camps across the Netherlands, and like camps here are really good camps, not like the one in Lebanon for refugees. Like in Lebanon is a passing countries for refugees, but here is like a country who accept refugees. And so in Lebanon, they cannot give the resident permit to, like, for example, Syrians or Palestinians or Iraqis. We have a lot. Unfortunately, they cannot provide them with because it's a tiny country. So here, like, they would like to have, at least in the past, now they want to cut it down with the new government and stuff.
I really want to get into that, like how things are changing, and also for you being, I'm also an immigrant here, but you with having this asylum past of yours.
Oh, I want to mention one thing. I'm Dutch since a month, so I'm like, I'm done. It is, I don't feel anything yet, but yeah, thanks. Dankjewel. And
that was one thing to learn the language.
It is. Learning the language is a must. If you want to apply for the nationality, you need to have a certain level. Because I applied 5 years ago, it was A2 level, but now it's B1. So anyone who joined... But but I did actually B2 level during COVID. It was intensive course. I didn't have anything to do, so I decided to focus on the Dutch because I want to live here. So it's really good, and I advise people to start doing it. Don't wait till the last year, and then it will be more pressuring. So better to start doing it.
Years.
You have 5 years, but don't wait till the end because you will already be working. You will be busy with your lifestyle. Like with me, it won't be possible because I have a lot of activities and like I do a lot of things for the community also. So
Nice. So okay, let's just take one step back. You mentioned the camp situation. How did you have to live in a camp?
I was kind of lucky in a way because I had some friends here. So I stayed at a friend place at the beginning. Then after a while, I met my ex, and then COVID started, and then we had like a talk about like, oh, we have to move together or it doesn't work out with us. So I moved with my ex here in Amsterdam. So I lived my whole process in Amsterdam. So I'm a real Amsterdammer. Yeah. And but no, I had to visit sometimes the camps. Every week you need to report to the camp.
Okay.
Some people live at the borders with Germany, even though you have to go all the way there just to say, hey, I'm here, I'm still in the Netherlands, then go back to wherever you're living. It's a tough process, to be honest.
That's super intense. And okay, so that big file that you had to prepare, like what is in it? How do you even prove your sexuality? That's one thing that they wanted to know. Or how did you have also to prove that it's dangerous to be LGBT in Lebanon?
It is. So what everyone is doing, not only me, like people coming from endangered countries for LGBTQ, they collect articles and news about what's happening there and like all the threats, all the stuff happening. But also you really need to have a personal story. You cannot just say, I'm gay, it's not safe in Lebanon, because there's a lot of gays still in Lebanon, but they live underground. And but for the rest, they got a lot of threat. I know many friends, my close friends, they had broken bones because they were attacked. It was really tough. For me, I was threatened because, like in Lebanon, because people knew that I'm gay from the way I dress up, from the way I share on social media, for example. I'm always supportive. Whenever something happens, I'm always like defending and I'm always supporting other people. But for some other people, it's really like, oh no, this is not going to happen in Lebanon. You're not welcomed here. If you want to be here, you have to be straight, blah, 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 and this kind of stuff.
And is it from the majority of the country that pressure coming, or could you still find a way of, or maybe having a work environment, or almost like living in a bubble that you're accepted? Is that possible?
It is from people, friends and maybe some family members, but not openly. Okay, we had some gay bars in Lebanon, but they were not known as a gay bar, because if they wouldn't be known as a gay bar, they would be destroyed like they are doing right now. So now it's getting worse, because recently, in the last 2-3 years, a new kind of religion, Christian extremist party,
Mm.
out of nowhere, it's like appeared.
Okay.
And then they were like the army of gods, if I want to say it in English, ويجنود الرب. So, and they are destroying all the rainbow things. Like last year or 2 years, like a very famous flower shop, Exotica in Lebanon, made a beautiful rainbow flag with the color of the rainbow on the highway, just to celebrate, I think, the springtime. So they went and they destroyed the flowers. Even they were going to schools, like at school, all the books have rainbows in it and stuff for kids. We had it. Everyone had it. It's an international thing. Rainbow is like a natural thing.
Yes.
For them, it was like, no, it's gay. It's against the nature. They were saying that the rainbow is against the nature, even it happens naturally. But
Okay. So, sometimes I hear from some, people who are not so familiar with LGBTQ people and what it means to have representation. And they might criticize, oh, but that is just a rainbow, or that is just, that's so silly almost. Why would you be so precious to having this thing everywhere when some straight people might say, I don't walk out there just doing so much advertising about my sexuality or who I am. Why do you have to make your sexuality your identity or your whole identity? So that's something that people say. What would you reply to somebody that says that about representation, having those rainbows attacked, how you just mentioned? What does that actually mean?
it's stupid action to do, actually. Like, it is silly from them to destroy a rainbow. Like, it's just you're destroying a rainbow, but you, of course, mentally and physically sometimes attacking also people. But like, just leave people away. Like, they won't affect you, they won't touch you. Just let them live the way they want to live. It's not, they're not taking anything from your way. Just like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, even though straight people in Lebanon, they cannot, like, if you are partnered, it's still a taboo to a woman to live with a guy in the same place. It's like, yeah, it is still in some places. It's like, no, when you get married with your partner, then you can live together. But if you're boyfriends or like engaged, even though it's not, it's a no-go, unfortunately, because Lebanon is a very religious country.
Yeah.
We have, it's such a tiny country with 18 different religions. So yeah, it is nice. It's like a lot of cultures, but hey guys, like, keep your beliefs for yourself and let other people live. Even there's a lot of Christian or Muslims, they are gays or from anything. They want to live the way they want. Just like, leave them alone.
Yeah. I wanted to learn from you, Joey. First, your immigration process here. How was it adapting to a new country? How was it becoming Dutch as you're now? Congratulations.
Thank you, Val.
How is this process for you? And what kind of street smarts would you pass on to somebody who wants to go through that process?
Like, to be honest, be 100% sure before you come and apply, because it's a tough process. You will lose a lot of years without doing anything, waiting for the process. You won't grant a BSN number, and without a BSN number, you're not allowed to work here in the Netherlands, for example. So you really need to have this mentality that you will be living for a few months or years without any rights. Okay, they will give you some money, like 32 euro per week, just to live. They don't cover your public transport fees. They don't do anything. So we provide you the camp. You have to stay here. In some camps, even they don't give you money. They provide you with food, and some of the time the food is not really good. So you can see a lot of people losing weight because they can't do that. But yeah, it's a rough and tough, and it's a very heavy process. And you really need to be brave
Yes.
to survive, to have the mentality to know that there's a lot of delays here. Nothing comes easily. If you go for an interview, they might ask you to do another interview because they want extra information that you could not provide on your first interview. Also, like mental health is so important in this phase because you will be demolished. You won't have any motivation to do anything. Even during the interviews, you will be terrified that they will ask you some questions, some tricky questions. But if you know how to talk, then you're good to go. Like, yeah, like for my personal experience in my interview, so I did my interview. I talked a lot and I gave them a lot of details, and like because I'm here for that. I was really struggling with that, so I didn't fake it.
Yeah.
So it's my real story, and then it is tough because you don't know what kind of questions. Some people will be uncomfortable to answer this. They won't ask you really intimidated questions, but they might ask you a lot about things. But
What kind of questions do you have?
like
Some example?
like when did you find out that you're gay? When did you have any other stuff? Like tell us about your first experience. Yeah, it was really.
Very intimate.
It is, but it could be way worse. In some other countries, they need proof. You can see a lot of people taking videos and pictures when they do something just as a proof, even though they don't ask you for it, but they are afraid that in case they don't trust you. A lot of time, the IND mentioned to a lot of LGBTQ plus members that they are not gay enough. So there were like a very big dilemma about that. Even there's like a NGO here in the Netherlands, they made like a big thing about it. Niet gay genoeg or something. I can't remember the name. It was from because a lot of people from like African countries or like Arabic countries, they don't feel comfortable to talk about this kind of stuff because they don't know what will happen. Because back in their countries, if they will talk about that, they might be in jail. They might be murdered. They might be, you don't know what will happen. And people are scared to talk about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whoa.
Even a lot of people, like trans people, they were in the process. They start taking the pills and everything to start it. And then they were really scared about everything. Then they stopped the process because it takes ages.
From transitioning.
From transitioning and from, like, it's tough. I used to volunteer a lot. So I know a lot of people in person and it's really too much.
So they, just on that example, so they would stop transitioning because they were afraid that because of the transitioning, they wouldn't be accepted?
Yeah, because the process here take ages and mentally they can't handle it anymore. Yeah, it is really like rough about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how is it then for you? You mentioned that the mental health aspect was so important to have this goal. Okay, it will take me several years. I have to go through it and I'll make it happen. Where did you get your strength from?
To be honest, I was like, mental health is a taboo still in Lebanon. Going to a psychologist, it's like going to they say it's like an Arabic thing. If you need a psychologist, then you're crazy, you're mentally unstable, but actually it's not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is not. Like here in the Netherlands, the insurances can cover your mental health treatments if needed, and this kind of, in Lebanon, not. There's some specific places. For also my personal experience, I had leukemia for almost 10 years. So also it gave me more like traumas from the past, being gay and then having leukemia. People are afraid of me and all of this.
People are afraid of you.
Of course. Like in the past, back in 2009, when I found that I had cancer, I was still in school. So I had to wear a face mask and things. So a lot of parents were asking their kids not to approach me and get closer to me. So it was really rough and really tough. And then during COVID here, everyone was wearing masks. So I was like, okay, now you experience what happened with me, even though I cannot transmit
Yes.
the disease, the COVID, the cancer. So
Okay, I have to stop there a little bit because this is a lot. So you grew up first in a country that that wouldn't accept you as who you are. So I imagine you had, although you were on social media, you were being open about it, but you had to sometimes hide it, right, for your own safety. And you also get leukemia, you get cancer. What age is that?
I was 13.
13 years old. Whoa. And for 10 years. So from 13 to 23. Okay, tell me a little bit about that, if that's okay with you.
No, it's okay. I'm really open about it, and I'm really happy to help other people to be open about it, because at the beginning I was always shy to talk about that. Like, I was also like bullied about that. Like, if I wanted to work something, no, you can't work that. You have cancer. You can't. Like, for me, having cancer is like having a headache. It's the same. I'm physically able to do it. Like, let me do it. You know,
What kind of stuff, for example?
like working or anything. Even one time I was threatened with my manager in my previous work in Lebanon that he won't be able to do anything against me or something because of my illness. So this still is killing me so bad, and it's still in my, like, during my sessions, my therapy, like therapy sessions, it was always bothering me, and it's still like one word or one sentence can stay with you in your mind the whole life, because it really hits hard. And yeah,
Is it still in your mind?
it is like you're not able to do anything against me because I'm sick. Like, what is that? You know, it's really awful. You know, I wish he would never experience the same, you know, or anyone of his family experience, because it's really rough to say this kind of thing to people. I'm capable, you know, like, you can't do anything to me. You cannot, because I'm sick. Like, what is this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So just so that I understand it, he was saying that you, Joey, wouldn't be able to do anything against him as a manager because
Yeah.
you were sick.
Yeah.
So diminishing your strength or what you would be capable of doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And against would be in which terms? So why against him?
It's mostly against me, not against him. It was more against me, actually. It's like, yeah, like many times I found out things happening, and I always like reported that, hey, this is not going well. We need to change this. And like, maybe he wanted to fire me or something, because I'm always like, I was right and catching stuff. And then he was not happy about it. And then, yeah, because of your illness, I can't do anything to you. I cannot fire you. I cannot deduct money from you. And like, hey, like, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So he was, yeah, like gaslighting, blaming you,
Mhm.
right?
Exactly.
Oh no. And this what you said is so true, that one sentence in the right wrong moment, if that makes any sense, can really hit hard.
Yeah.
And then it can lead to also self-doubt in the future. And whenever we're in a different situation, feeling, okay, is this now because, because I'm an immigrant, because I am gay, because I have this as my past, right? So this kind of questionings we have in our heads. Whoa, that's really tough. So you overcame leukemia. That's amazing. So happy for that.
Thanks.
But 10 years is a long process.
Mhm.
And right after you decided to move to the Netherlands, or how long did it take?
No, it was 2018 when I was cleared leukemia. And then, yeah, I decided to apply for my dream job, because I was not able to do it before because of my illness. So then I applied to be a cabin crew. And then I managed to be a cabin crew for a few months. I worked there, but it was not my cup of tea to live in Dubai. As a gay man living in Dubai, it was not the good thing to do. But then I came to Amsterdam for a layover with Emirates, and I fell in love with the city. And I was like, I want to move here, and like, yeah, I want to live here. Yeah, this how, yeah,
Oh, nice.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
For other people who are going through cancer, what is the street smarts that you share with them?
Just trust the process. Now the medical treatments are getting better and better. They are finding more like medication and treatments for things. So just trust the process and just live life normally. Don't let the cancer stop you from doing things. It also affects you mentally. So I really advise everyone, even you don't have any cancer or something, go see a therapist because therapy is everything. Trust me, it changed my life. I'm like, when I went to the therapy, by the way, I went for the intake for the thing. And then I asked them, please, I would like to have a woman. I can't be myself to a man. And I want to in English because I can express myself more. And then I went to this appointment and I got an Egyptian man. And then I was not able to talk. I was not able to say anything. I was not, it's my biggest fear. And then he told me, I don't think you need therapy. And then I left the room. I exploded. I was like, hey guys, I really asked you, I would like to have a woman, English speaking woman, because I'm not. Then you got me an Arabic person who was challenging me to tell him everything in Arabic. And my whole fears were in Arabic. And then I got an amazing therapist. She's Spanish.
Oh, nice.
Of course, she speaks English. And she did an Arabic course in Syria. So after a while from when we started, she was challenging me to talk in Arabic. And then I ended up able to talk because therapy helped me to be able to express myself in Arabic. I still prefer English, but therapy helped in everything to overcome everything. So please go to therapy, seek for help. Yeah.
I underline all of those words you just said because you don't have to be ill to go to a therapist. And it doesn't mean that you have a mental problem or that you have a mental issue. Also to just navigate everyday challenges, everyday relationships with people. And when something then also does hit us, something big happens, we need that support to be able to, talk about it.
Yeah.
And I also made the experience that it also takes a while for your therapist to really know you and understand you because we have our past, our history, and how we grew up, where we come from, all of that. So it also takes some time for you to share all of that and for them to ask the right questions to then build up, now when the patient needs something, they have enough rapport to help us.
Yeah.
But if you haven't done that yet, but you just want to go, also just go because it's
There's a waiting list. There is a waiting list. So at least 6 months or something here in the Netherlands. So if you really need help, just do it as soon as possible. It will take some time, but trust me, it will help you a lot. Oh, and I forgot to mention that after the guy told me I don't need a therapy, I did therapy for 2 years and a half. So I really needed the therapy. With the right therapist, you can get better and it will change your life.
Did you then stop or?
Yeah, like the treatment, because I was doing a certain type of treatment, it ended. It cannot be extended. But now I know how to deal with situations. So in case someone tell me something at work, for example, I know how to overcome it. And then I don't relay of what my previous manager told me about my illness, because I was always blaming myself. Am I the problem? Am I, in everything I do now, I always count to 10 in a way and don't relay stuff to things from the past, because this is what happened to everyone. We always connect a situation from a previous situation, and that's why we messed it up.
Can you do that now?
Yeah.
To have the distance?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
It is.
And what is the trick, or can you guide me through the process?
No, it is like whenever something bad happened to you, you directly connect it from it. Like a previous scenario happened with you in the past, and then you directly get overwhelmed and you get depressed or scared or terrified. And then now I know, no, it's another situation. There's always challenges in life. You won't live like nothing will happen. You always need to be open for new things. Without these challenges, you won't be able to grow and to be more confident and to overcome things.
We spoke a little bit earlier, Joey, about the fact of reinventing yourselves. And you said something that really touched me, that I really loved. that reinventing ourselves is not an act of being weak or not an act of not being true to who we are, but actually it's a survival mechanism and something that we every now and then have to do. Can you can you elaborate on that? How is it reinventing yourself for you, and why is it important?
To be honest and to be fair, so my whole situation in the Netherlands, it's like a reinventing of myself because I came to a country that I don't know nobody here. So I came just by myself. I don't know what will happen to me, what my future will be, and how the process will be. So I was living day by day, step by step. I said, okay, I learned from the process that there is a lot of waiting time. Don't waste your time with doing nothing. Be productive. That's why I decided to start the language directly with the dead time, because it was at that time not able to work. Even though I had like a bachelor and I had a lot of experiences, you're not able to work without the BSN number. Even you're not allowed to open a bank account without BSN. So I was always having like this money card, they call it. It doesn't work in supermarkets. It doesn't work in a lot of places. So it was really awful. So
5 years.
for 5 years, there's a cute bird chasing off here.
Oh, a crow.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what is I saw. Oh, another one.
So, Joey, you reinvented yourself. That is so, so beautiful. I'm so happy to have met the Joey that can be the Joey that he wants to be. How many times actually do you think somebody can reinvent themselves?
To be honest, you can keep on doing it until you feel you're 100% yourself.
Well,
Trying and starting again and again always helps. You won't be able to do it at once. Like, hey, I'm here. It's a new me. You will face a lot of struggles. Then you will really need to start again with overcoming the struggles that you did in the past. So reinventing yourself is not fake. It's not fake it to make it. Don't fake it. Just live the moment. Just overcome the stuff that bother you. And then just, okay, it's from the past. You can do it again. Keep on trying. It's the same as applying for a job. You don't get this job. You keep on applying to get your dream job. So keep on doing it, like never lose hope. And then you're good to go.
I love that. Can we reinvent ourselves alone? How, coming from complete different side of the world, same with me, I came from Brazil, into a new space. We need our community, we need people around us. And sometimes it can be hard coming from a very different culture. In Brazil, people were so open. You just meet them and basically next day they're asking you to come to a barbecue with them. So not even next day, next 2 minutes. So that will happen. And here it is different. But how do you see that? How can somebody make space for others?
Yeah, to be honest, you really need to be brave and you really need to be strong to build your own community and your own circles, especially when you move to a country that you don't know anyone there. So for me, I was doing a lot of volunteering. It also helped me a lot to meet a lot of people, to connect with people. Also, I'm a proud member of the Amsterdam Gay Men Chorus. I'm a singer, and we are 109 gay men from, I think, around 45 different nationalities. And most of us come from also different backgrounds. Also, we are by ourselves here. So we found ourselves. Like I found my soulmates and my best friends there. Greeting to Joey and Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. And then I met a lot of people through the process, the asylum process. And like I met a lot of also Lebanese people or that they had the same. So we are really close also. But also I met also people who didn't have to do anything with the process. Because also you really need to be honest and open and socialize, go to events, do volunteer, as I mentioned. Also try to be involved like in protest. Many times I went like for International Women's Day. I met a lot of beautiful people and kind people, and we are really close now already. Like this kind of things make people closer and give you the opportunity to have more connections.
Is that family for you?
It is. It's my chosen family because I chose these people. So it's not like I was born with these people. You know, like I don't have a mother or a father or a brother or a sister here. All of these new people are new brothers. It doesn't mean to be. It doesn't have to be by blood. It could be like from connections and like shared background and cultural stuff. Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Good. So this is also a continuous process, right? Something that you continue doing. So you met your people. Of course, this is a gradual process for all of us going out, volunteering, finding our crew, take some trial and error to find what is the group that also we feel at home with. And going through this every day, not giving up, continuing, also going for one or two or other jobs, applying, it really shows a lot of resilience. And I mentioned this also in another episode that I have a little bit of an issue with the word resilience because I think sometimes it's used a bit against us because they say, oh, you just need to be resilient, which means just take it. Anything that we throw at you, you should be able to take it. What is your take on resilience? And let's just remember being a gay man who overcame cancer, came as an asylum seeker, got his residency, his passport, his nationality here, and has a job, has his community, is thriving. So what is actually resilience for you?
Like resilience, to be resilient, you really need to overcome a lot of things, and also you need to struggle a lot. Being resilient doesn't come as a title. I'm resilient. No, you really need to struggle. You really need to overcome things. You need to be unbreakable also, and like you really need to start again, keep on doing again, never lose hope. Like being alone, like I did the surgery here in the Netherlands a few years ago. I was totally by myself. If I was in Lebanon, all my family and friends will be around me. I will be surrounded by everyone. I went by myself to the surgery. I came back. So it's just like, it's hard, but you can do it. Keep on pushing, keep on, like you are grown up now. You have to be self-aware and strong enough to live and to overcome everything, to be honest. It's really hard. And resilient is not just, as I mentioned, a title. It's a lot of struggles.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the title of resilient if you really struggled and reinvented yourself and started again and again. And I achieved what I wanted. I came here for a better life, to be in the Netherlands. I got a great job. I have a great job. I have great friends. I got the nationality. I got everything I wanted now. And now I still need to continue to fight this life because life is unfair. And every day there's new struggles. Now with the new government rules and everything happening also in the States, we really need to keep on fighting because I'm not sure we will reach a point that there's no more struggle. You really need to know how to overcome stuff. Also being away and like losing a family member, for example, it's so hard. Like I lost my aunt, my godmother recently in December. I also lost my father, lost my other aunt. My mom got another cancer, 18-hour surgery. I was here by myself, struggling, like the Beirut explosion, being far away from my family. It's really hard and it's really harsh also, but you really need to okay, I'm here. I can do anything about that. Okay, you have to grieve. You have to be able to feel things it's normal to feel sad. It's normal to feel heartbroken and everything, but this is normal. This is part of the process. But how to overcome it, that, okay, I'm far away. If I go back to Lebanon now, my aunt won't be back to life again, for example. So you really need to support yourself, self-awareness also, and then you will be okay.
What else do you do? So you mentioned, of course, going to a therapist, having your community. Is there anything else that keeps you going?
Like I think of the people that I love. So I'm like, I'm doing everything for them. Like I want my mama to be proud. I like my nieces and nephews. So I'm reaching a point that I will see them again. So I'm doing everything properly. I'm living like in a healthy way now, trying to avoid all the ups or like ups and downs that can affect your life. So I'm focusing only on stability and this kind of stuff, just because I'm by myself here. I don't want to damage my whole life. There's no one who can take care of me. Of course, I have my friends now, but they have their own life. Most of them are also immigrants here. Of course, I have some local friends and colleagues, but still, they have their own lives. Like parents, family is different also.
Oh, that's a message. So you touched on it a little bit now, and we mentioned at the beginning, Joey. How do you think that we, as part of the queer, the LGBTQ plus community, how should we see the situation that is happening right now? How should we make sense of it and also not lose hope, not lose strength, and just, keep going and remembering that we have the right to exist, to be who we are and who we want to be, and we have a space in society.
Yeah. To be honest, we can change the things. We can first of all, we have to support each other. Without supporting each other, a big part of the community will fade. And we really need to be supportive to each other, accepting each other, also like protest, signing petitions, trying to, like with the upcoming elections, because at the moment nothing can be done. Be wise and also try to educate people.
Yes, yeah.
And like for whom to vote, because it's awful to see what's happening right now. Like it is crazy. It's heartbreaking to see what's happening in the world. In the States, in some European countries, they banned pride. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is really awful.
Yeah.
Like I can see a lot of people here. I know a lot of people from these European countries. They would like to have the Dutch nationality now. Before it was a part of the Schengen. Everyone is like, now it's different. It's really sad. We decided to come to Europe because everything was okay here. But now it's getting worse backwards, and it's really awful. So for the new also generation, keep on fighting. Be yourself. Love yourself. And be open. Don't hide yourself. And be proud of who you are. That's the most important thing. Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
Joey, with all of this, how is your future looking? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What brings you joy for the upcoming years?
To be honest, I'm really looking for stability now. Like after finishing the therapy and everything. And then now I feel like I'm ready to have a partner, for example, because I love that. Also, like it was always my dream to be a father.
Oh,
So also here and then other than there, it's like
easier.
co-parenting also. So I'm still doing my best. Maybe I can get a match with like a lesbian couple or like for example, with like a single, like a lot of like single women wants to be a single mom, for example. They don't want to be partnered and stuff. So I'm really open for all of this. So I'm really getting more insights about it, how to do it, because I think I'm now ready to do so after the therapy helped me. So I'm really now stable enough to start again. It's resilience. Start again. Do again what you like. So this is my next phase now.
So beautiful. I wish you so much all the best for that. And I'm sure that you will just, anything that will come your way, you will make it beautiful and amazing, Joey, because of the person who you are and everything that you bring from the past to your future and to the people. And I love what you said. Like, we have to support each other. We have to be there for each other. So I think also, like, looking for people who maybe might be lonely, might have a bit more struggles, going and finding new friends, to be that person. Hey, come here with me. I'll take you with me, and let's support each other. with the strengths that we have. So thank you so much for giving me some of your street smarts, a lot of that.
A lot of them. Thank you so much, Rafa. It's always good to help other people to learn from our own stories. Maybe they get inspired and then they can overcome their own struggles. So yeah, yes. Thank you so much, Rafa.
Thank you.
This was another episode of Street Smarts. Thank you for joining me in this one. Do subscribe to the channel to hear more real life experiences and learn the street smarts of life together with me while I go through this journey. You can subscribe to the channel, and remember, this is the next video you can watch. See you next time.